every Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Capital Television, your channel of choice.
In Capital News tonight, Dr. Hussein Mwinyi nominated as CCM's presidential candidate for Zanzibar's election. Lorry owners oppose price hikes at San Clary site in Mkuranga District Coast Region. And in sports, Yanga Sports Club train in Bukoba ahead of the derby against Simba Sports Club. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. First, the national news. The National Executive Council for Chama Cha Mapinduzi CCM has chosen Dr. Hussein Ali Mwinyi as Zanzibar's presidential candidate for their party after he won the inter-party elections headed by the party chairman Dr. John Magufuli by 78.65%, with the party approving President Dr. John Magufuli as their candidate to contest the election for the second term.
My fellow delegates, with these results of which you have decided without being forced by anyone, and that you will defend the candidate for the interest of the party, Dr. Hussein Mwinyi will be the candidate for the presidential seat for Chama Cha Mapinduzi CCM Party Zanzibar. For 51 years I've been in this party. I know it just as you, the delegates, know it. I've not been found to be in error in this party, and I will do my best that it shall not happen. Every member of this party has a chance to contest, and no one member will be given unfair advantage against another member. I've never done so, and it will never happen. Honorable Chair, my promise to you, if I get elected, then I shall honor the revolution of 1964 of Zanzibar, and I will honor our unity. In addition, I will further all the good work done by those gone before me in previous phases, but more so in the 7th phase under Dr. Ali Mohammed Shein.
Ali Mohammed Shein.
Dr. Hussein Mwinyi was born on the 23rd of December 1966. He's one among the 12 children of the former president of the second phase government of the United Republic of Tanzania, Ali Hassan Mwinyi, who was also the president of the revolutionary government of Zanzibar. Dr. Mwinyi is a medical doctor who has worked at Muhimbili National Hospital as well as Herbert Kairuki Hospital in Dar es Salaam. Dr. Hussein Mwinyi has held positions as Deputy Minister of Health, Minister of Health, Minister of State in the Vice President's Office for Union Affairs, as well as Minister of Defense and National Service in the 3rd to the 5th phase governments. Dr. Hussein Mwinyi has now been selected by Chama Cha Mapinduzi CCM's National Executive Council as Zanzibar's presidential candidate under the party banner in the October general elections. Now, moving on, owners of lorries that transport sand from Mkuranga District Coast Region have gone on strike for more than 7 days after quarry owners increased prices from 45,000 shillings to 70,000 shillings without following procedures for each load, stating that the reason for the price hike is due to increase in taxes for the commodity.
Ninyi wenye mashimo, wenye magari, inawezekana.
It is possible that this doesn't affect owners, but most owners during the evening leave the vehicle to someone else to drive, but the police force will come up with a system on how to control such behavior.
So your very indicative price kwanza haijabadilika.
It is not true. The indicative price has not changed for almost 3 to 4 months. So it is important for those quarrying to tell us exactly what is the contributing factor in pricing so that we reach a consensus. If a sand trader is using his own vehicle to transport sand, we cannot therefore charge him for transportation fee because he is not dealing in transportation but in sand.
The police force in Shinyanga region has arrested 13 suspects alleged to be involved with the murder of 4 people and robbery at Dakire's gold processing plant at number 4 Wusolele mine in Kahama district, Shinyanga region.
Tukio lilitokea tarehe 30 mwezi wa 6 mwaka 2020 majira ya saa 8.
The crime occurred on 30th June 2020 at 2. Amongst the suspects in custody, there are those who planned the crime, those who carried it out, and there are those who transported the goods after the crime had been committed. But there are also suspects who stole the stolen goods.
Baada ya uhalifu kufanyika, na wako wahalifu waliohifadhi mizigo baada ya kuwa imesafirishwa na kufikishwa kwenye nyumba ambapo wamekuwa kihifadhi.
CRDB Bank has shown support for the 5th phase government's goal to resolve sugar shortage by pledging to work closely with Kagera Sugar to meet the 170,000 tons production goal they have set for themselves by 2025.
I can say family ni Watanzania wa kweli.
They are true Tanzanians who have invested so much. When you get to the factory, you will be able to see the level of investment. The technology used in Kagera Sugar is no different to that used in Europe.
Tunapenda kwanza kumshukuru Mheshimiwa Rais kwa jitihada kubwa aliyokuwa.
I would like to commend Honorable President for his effort and his vision on focusing more on industrialization based on agriculture, and this is what has energized banks and investors and made it possible. Today we've attained middle income because of the hard work invested.
Lakini kutokana na juhudi zinazoendelea, kwa hiyo uchumi wa viwanda na kilimo umechangia kwa kiwango kikubwa.
The body of the first and last minister during the leadership of Julius Nyerere, the late Ambassador Job Lusinde, who passed away on July 7th, has been laid to rest today at the Kikuyu Cemetery in Dodoma. The burial was attended by various government and party leaders, including Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa. Job Lusinde was born in Kikuyu 90 years ago and officially joined Tanganyika National Union, TANU, in 1955. During his life, he served the Ministry of Local Government from 1961 to 1963, the Ministry of Home Affairs from 1963 to 1965, the Ministry of Communications and Employment from 1965 to 1967. Now, as well as the Ministry of Communications, Transport and Employment from 1967 to 1970. May his soul rest in peace. Amen. Now, moving on, 601 new advocates have been sworn in, with Attorney General Adelaris Kilangi directing them to take advantage of international opportunities and not to work on court cases alone.
Kuwapokea mawakili wapya 601
We've received new attorneys today, 601, who will work as attorneys in the country. We welcome attorneys twice a year, so the 601 received today will bring the total number to 9,962 attorneys. This is a big achievement.
Na nilichowaambia kwa kifupi kabisa,
my advice to them is that they must keep learning, because being an attorney is not enough. They must keep learning and build up on skills.
Sasa Watanzania tunawaambia nguvu kazi mpya imeingia sasa.
If you have any legal matter, then please do not hesitate to seek legal advice near you.
Katika vyombo vya sheria ambavyo viko karibu na wewe.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next. Welcome back, and in international news. 6 people have died and 13 others were injured in 2 road accidents in Kenya. In the first incident, 5 people were killed when an accident involved 3 vehicles at Kingatwani area along Kitui Machakos Road.
Received victims, RTA victims, which was along Machakos Kitui Road. It's doing well. It's only a soft tissue injury at the left knee.
In the Democratic Republic of Congo have continued to arrest several protesters who are demonstrating against the appointment of the new head of the Election Commission in the country, Ronsard Malonda.
He was put in power without following procedures. If that was the starting point, then even the coming elections will not abide to the laws of the country, something that will be the source of chaos in the country. That is why we decided to demonstrate as a means of opposing what is going on. Police came and arrested some of our party members. As we speak, some of them are still in custody.
Thousands of refugees from the Democratic Republic of Congo who are fleeing clashes in the east of DRC have continued to enter Uganda.
The new arrivals were previously part of a larger group of approximately 45,000 people.
The new arrivals were previously part of a large group of approximately 45,000 people seeking asylum in Uganda following clashes that occurred in May 18th. Many of them told us that they were separated from their families and had little time to pack any of their belongings.
The commission tasked with combating distribution of weapons in Burundi has destroyed military weapons, which include guns, bombs and bullets, which were being owned illegally.
We are calling on citizens who own weapons to know that the gadgets are dangerous to themselves, families and even the public. Today, more than 50 grenades were destroyed. Imagine how many lives of people have been saved from 60 guns that were destroyed. Whoever owns weapons illegally, it is against the law. And once caught, they will serve more than 5 years imprisonment.
And that is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production. Infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and in business news tonight. The Gems Traders Association from the United States of America plans to write to the government of Tanzania requesting to showcase the latest, largest Tanzanite stone recently found by Kuyan Liza, a small-scale miner from Irani Simanjiro district, Manyara region, at the International Mineral Fair expected to take place next year.
American Games Traders Association.
American Game Traders Association have asked for the minerals to be taken to United States of America for a photo shoot and will be returned back in the country because they want to showcase them on their show next year. They have said that they want to come to Tanzania and speak to Honorable President about the intention of buying the minerals, or the minerals to be used as a tourism attraction, or take them to USA for their event next year.
Shangazwa na wamewiwa hata kuja tena Tanzania kukaa na Mheshimiwa Rais na kufanya naye biashara kama itawezekana kwa madini yale.
Farmers from Ulaya Ward, Kilosa District, Morogoro region have turned up in big numbers at the millet demonstration farm being implemented by Tanzania Culture Research Institute TARI on the use of good quality seeds after the initiative came up with 4 new types of millet seeds.
Nimeshukuru sana kwa elimu ya leo hii.
From today's training, I have learned a lot and ready to begin mixed farming practices that will allow me to earn more profit.
Tulipo ni shamba kwa ajili ya kutathmini mbegu mbalimbali ambazo.
What we are doing is evaluate farming activities that were successfully accomplished by using seeds from TARI. We decided to engage farmers in this process so as to allow them observe a variety of seeds and their yields. From this exercise, we are expecting to come up with 4 favorite seeds that will be chosen by farmers themselves.
Tupate mbegu mfano aina 4 pendwa ambazo zitaidhinishwa na serikali.
Mobile phone company Vodacom has handed over 128,600,000 shillings to Celestina Kilemezi after she emerged winner of the Tusua Mapene draw.
Kama mlivyoona leo tumepata mshindi.
Today we have got a winner of a mega draw that was played on 4th of July, where the winner has won 128 million shillings. These draws are ongoing. There is daily draw and monthly draws. We urge our customers to continue playing by sending the letter V to number 15544.
And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment and going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. position, Joaquinho. He did lose to Lim.
Welcome back, and in sports news tonight, Young Africans Yanga Sports Club have opted to pitch camp in Bukoba to prepare for the FA Cup semi-final clash against rivals Simba SC on Sunday. Here's more.
The two Tanzanian giants will meet for the third time this season in a domestic cup after they both won their respective matches in the quarterfinals against Kagera Sugar and Azam FC. Yanga were in Bukoba for their mainland Premier League match against Kagera, which they won 1-0, and instead of returning to Dar es Salaam, where the Simba match will be played at the National Stadium, they've opted to pitch camp there. According to the club's information officer Hassan Bumbuli, players who were in Dar es Salaam have been forced to join the team in Bukoba ahead of the must-win contest.
Simba Sports Club have sent a warning to their rivals Yanga Sports Club in the mainland Premier League, claiming they will have to wait for a very long period of time before they lay their hands on the title. Here more details.
The Wekundu wa Msimbazi clinched their third straight title a week ago after the points they amassed proved too difficult for challengers Azam FC and Young Africans to reach, and thus they will keep the trophy for good in their cabinet. Simba Sports Club Information Officer Haji Manara has now sent a warning that they are not ready to relinquish the title, and their aim is to claim another permanent league trophy by winning 3 more successive titles. On the FA Cup clash against Yanga on Sunday, Manara said it will be a huge match, a big contest for that matter, but as usual, Simba are ready to do what they do best, win, and there is nothing else.
Manchester City have been given the go-ahead from UEFA to play the second leg of their Champions League last 16 tie against Real Madrid at the Etihad Stadium.
European football's governing body have also ruled that Manchester United and Wolves can have home advantage in their Europa League fixtures against LASK Linz and Olympiacos. Chelsea will travel to Bayern Munich and Rangers to Bayer Leverkusen as scheduled. The move largely ends uncertainty over where the remaining last 16 matches involving British clubs will be played. It has been mooted that games could be switched to a neutral venue in early August because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Jurgen Klopp fears Jordan Henderson could miss the start of next season with a knee injury suffered in Liverpool's win at the Brighton on Wednesday.
The Liverpool captain was forced off after a second-half collision with Wes Bissouma and underwent a scan on his return to Merseyside to determine whether he sustained ligament damage. Henderson is expected to receive the results today, but there are concerns at Liverpool that the influential midfielder faces a prolonged spell on the sidelines that it will include the beginning of the Premier League champions title defense. The 30-year-old who flew back with the team from Brighton will be a severe loss to the Liverpool manager. He would also miss England's Nations League matches against Iceland and Denmark on 5th and 8th of December respectively, should the club's concerns be realized.
And Chelsea fear Billy Gilmour will miss the rest of the season after picking up a knee injury during the victory over Crystal Palace on Tuesday. Here's more on the story.
Frank Lampard already had injury problems in midfield with Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante missing against Palace, and is likely to be without Gilmour for the final weeks of the campaign. The 19-year-old was substituted with 10 minutes left against Palace and faces an anxious wait before finding out whether he needs surgery. Gilmour has impressed when he has played this season. The Scot was man of the match during Chelsea's win over Liverpool and Everton in March, and his emergence has thrown doubt over the future of Jorginho, who played his first minutes of Project Restart after coming on for Gilmour.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimbwe. Thank you for watching and good night.
watch Capital News live on our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
These past few months have been uncertain. Locked businesses, empty roads, and a quiet nature. But don't worry, we are waiting for you. When you start traveling the world again, Tanzania welcomes you back with open hands to our friendly community, diverse culture, nature walks, Swahili experiences, and many more wonders. Remember those groundbreaking dances? We will enjoy them again as we sip a cup of kahawa. One thing we know for sure is that we will together overcome this uncertainty. Tanzania is ready to have you back. As soon as you're ready to come back, take good care of yourselves. Karibu tena, Tanzania.
Unforgettable.
Wizara ya Afya, Maendeleo ya Jamii, Jinsia, Wazee na Watoto inatoa tahadhari kwa umma kuhusu mlipuko wa ugonjwa wa homa ya mafua makali unaosababishwa na kirusi cha korona. Ili kujikinga na ugonjwa huu, zingatia yafuatayo.